Yeah, this is a Mormon thing.
It is sponsored by the Church of Jesus Christ.
Did you guys know that this was a Mormon thing?
That.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
I do now. I put my finger on it.
The church pays all the expenses, but they don't get any money.
Yeah.
Did they use any of the money to like do any anti-gay stuff?
No,
How do you know that?
Because I'm one of the people in charge of the machines. I
Cool.
know where
And
the
what's all
money
the and none of it goes to like Prop 8 and things like that, or
None of it
anti-abortion stuff.
goes- None of it goes to the church at all.
None of it goes into that fund that the Mormon Church has. That's how big? How big is that fund?
Come with me.
No, this is where we're talking. This is public, right?
This is public.
This is where you put this up. This is where we're having this conversation,
And I'm going to
right?
ask you
Yeah.
where you get your facts about giving machines.
Where do you get them?
I get them from the church.
Yeah, right. I get them from critical sources.
I actually work.
Who should we believe? The church? Their own propaganda?
I actually
The critical
have
critical
delivered
source?
the checks from these machines to the charities.
And it was 100%.
100%.
How did you account for that?
What do you have that?
How do you know that it's 100%? What was your evidence of
the
that?
credit card company adds up the amounts.
And where did it go?
Well, 2 years ago, it went to Catholic Charities.
What did they do with it? Did they do anti-gay stuff or anti-abortion
No, they're
stuff?
committed to buy the items that you buy. That you do.
Cool. Is there any money left over? Is this like just selling Girl Scout cookies and then the Girl Scouts take the extra money and do what they want?
No, honestly.
How do you know that? What's your evidence of that?
Let me introduce you to someone who knows even more than
Excellent,
I do.
yeah. So you're missionaries?
we're volunteers.
Yeah, is it your missionary year? I was a missionary. I went to New Zealand from 97 to 99. I know what you're doing. Are you missionaries? Do you know what that word means? Cool. So you're not missionaries.
So down here they're just volunteers.
But they are missionaries volunteering here.
Exactly right.
So, okay, excellent.
Yeah,
so
so
why can't I call them missionary? Why are you so pedantic about that? It seems like the answer is yes. Are you lying to me when you say they're not missionaries?
No.
Feels like it, doesn't it?
No.
It does.
Not at all. No,
Well, how come it doesn't feel like lying to you and it feels like lying to me? Isn't that weird? Do you think the Holy Ghost is lying to one of us?
No, we're not.
I think the Holy Ghost is lying to you about whether or not you're lying. How shall we find out?
So these guys are just down here, part of their mission service.
Excellent.
Volunteer.
Yeah.
So they're here as volunteers.
So when I ask the question, are you missionaries? The answer is yes, isn't it?
Yeah, but they're going to tell you they're volunteers because that's
Because you've taught them to lie on their mission, and that's what it's about, isn't it? Brainwashing and...
Where in New Zealand are you from?
I'm not. I went to New Zealand on the mission.
Oh, gotcha. You just like the accent.
I think it's amazing.
Yeah. Where'd you grow up?
Well, I grew up around in Los Angeles mostly. Why does this matter? Because what we're talking about is whether what you're doing here is moral or immoral, and I don't think where I'm from
You think
comes
this
into
is
that.
immoral?
Yeah, do you think it's immoral?
Well, I know that we're
Do you think
helping-
what you're doing right here is immoral?
I know that we're helping 6 charities that need lots of help.
But you're also helping the Mormon Church, which is an evil organization.
So let me tell you.
You're doing both of those things at the same time. So you're doing good and evil.
But let's.
No, you go. You go. You're telling me I'm not doing something? Come back, coward, and let's have this conversation. Come back. No, I'm identifying that you're too afraid to have this conversation. I'm not calling your names. I'm telling you what you are. Too afraid to continue this conversation right here.
How you been?
I'm great.
But guess what? You finna hate me. You can protest all you want, but guess what? This part is private property.
Okay, so
But
they're
let me
paying
show
for the
you where
private
you can
property?
go.
Excellent.
Come on.
I'm coming. Don't treat me like I'm not. Please do not treat me like I'm
Honey,
not.
I'm tired as hell. I just lost a friend. Be nice.
I'm being nice. I appreciate it.
Here?
Yeah.
Only one side. No, it's all me.
Whoa.
Be right here on this property right here.
This is public. Right up to here, Iron pays work, right?
Up here,
This
yes.
the city
But
paid for. Come
yes.
here.
Yes, you are. But
Come
nobody
here.
can come.
Okay.
They can't leave my property.
I'm not crossing
And
this
neither
line.
can you.
Come here. Come here. We were talking.
They're not allowed to talk about come over here.
We were talking. That absolutely cannot be true. We were talking. Continue our conversation unless you're afraid to. Continue our conversation. Let's talk. Coward. Let's have the conversation that you're afraid to have. Send your volunteers over here to have the conversation. What you're doing is evil. Would you like to hear my argument for that, or are you going to ignore me? Are you going to ignore the things that I say to you now? Is that your big boy game? To pretend that ignorance is enough? Listen to my argument. If Joseph Smith did not talk to God the Father, he talked to something else. And if you don't know what that is, it might be a demon. If you're promoting demons here, what you're doing is evil. Do you understand that argument? Do you understand that argument, Mormon? Mormon, do you understand that argument? It was 3 points. Did you understand the argument? There were 3 propositions in my argument. Do you understand how arguments work? Here were the propositions of the argument. It was much more civil when you didn't kick me out, wasn't it? We were able to talk civilly when I was sitting there with you, wasn't it? And this is what you've chosen, right? By ejecting me, correct? Let's talk, Mormon. Let's talk about that 3-point argument I made against your God. If, the first point was if Joseph Smith didn't talk to God, he talked to somebody else. Do you agree that that is a good premise in my argument? Mormon, remember how we were having a conversation? And I'm continuing that conversation, but you are choosing to stop having that conversation. Right? The choice is yours, right, Mormon? Here I am trying to continue what we were doing, and instead, you are choosing to ignore me. That's your choice, Mormon, right? Ignorance is your choice. Just like ignorance is your choice when it comes to the question of who was Joseph Smith talking to. Because it wasn't God the Creator, was it? And if it wasn't, what you're doing is evil, isn't that correct? If you worship a God other than Jesus, what you're doing is evil here. Do you understand that argument? So I'd like to talk to you about how I have good evidence that Joseph Smith was not talking to the good and holy Creator of this reality. Would you like to talk about that? I notice how very not upfront you are with the fact that this is a Mormon charity. Much like the Salvation Army. Are you aware of that cult? You aware of that cult? Mormon, I'd like to talk to you. I'd like to continue this conversation in a civil way. You are hiding behind things that make you look like children. Are you children here or are you an adult?
What's the problem?
The problem is these people are in a cult and I oppose their cult.
Okay.
And it's my First Amendment right, and here I am in public property.
Okay. So, what do you feel like you're going to achieve by standing here yelling at these people?
What I will achieve is standing here yelling at these people. What do you think these people are going to achieve by doing what they're doing? Doing what they're doing.
Whatever they want to do.
That's right.
So
same. I'm same. Samesies.
So do you really feel like you're going to change?
You're wasting my time. You can go keep the peace, but you're not going to stop me from doing
this.
You're
disturbing the peace.
I'm not disturbing the peace. I'm opposing this.
Yelling at people.
No. They're screaming, yelling. That's screaming, yelling. I'm opposing this religious thing right here. I'm opposing it.
Oh, okay.
I'm protesting it. What?
Where's your ID at?
Do I have to show you my ID?
You do.
It's in my car.
Okay. What's your name?
My name is Mitchell Webb.
Mitchell Webb?
That's right.
W-E-B-B?
That's correct.
What's your birthday?
10/6/78.
10/6/78?
That's
Is your ID
correct.
out of Colorado?
Yep.
Okay. You've been contacted for this before?
Yes.
Okay. And what happened last time?
They let me do it.
Okay. Well,
Do you want to see it on film?
no, I don't.
Go check out my YouTube.
I don't care.
Mitchell.
Cool. You're not doing your job right now. You're doing something other than your job. You can
Mitchell?
continue to waste your time if you want.
This is my job.
I know my First Amendment rights, and I'm not overgoing them, and I'm opposing these people, and these are my First Amendment rights. I understand my rights. You're wasting your time.
I'm not wasting
You can continue to waste your time if you like.
Because you standing here yelling and screaming at these people makes them uncomfortable.
Yeah, them doing what they're doing makes me uncomfortable. Do you wait before you go so? Before you go so? So are they.
You don't have to be here.
Neither do they.
Choosing to be here.
All of your
so
arguments
you're
work
not
for
a
them.
victim.
So are they choosing to be here. They're Mormon missionaries. This is a Mormon missionary exercise. I'm opposing it. They're doing it in public. It's my First Amendment right. Do you agree? Disagree?
No, that's fine.
Great. Then what I'm doing is fine. Yes, I am allowed to yell at them. What I'm not allowed to do is follow them to a second location with the purpose of annoying or some other word, in which case I won't.
So you don't think yelling at them is annoying?
Going to a second location is what's illegal.
Location in the statute. Nice try.
Yes, no, pull up the statute. We're talking about statutes. No, you're telling me.
I don't have
I'm
to.
wrong about it.
Yeah.
You do have to. I thought that's part of your job to be like, here's the part of this.
That you're breaking the law.
You have to alert me that I'm breaking the law, and you have to tell me which statute I am, and you'll have to pull it up, not me. Is that right? Also, you're right now. Wasting your time here is impeding my First Amendment rights. I want to continue the thing I was doing that you've interrupted when you came up.
Let that happen.
But it's well within my First Amendment rights.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to sue you.
Okay.
Because you're impeding my First Amendment rights, and that's illegal. Do you agree?
No.
You don't agree that it's illegal to impede on someone's First Amendment rights? Cool, but that's not the question I asked. The question I asked, do you think it's illegal to impede on my First Amendment rights? The question is, I am controlling the situation because here I am in public expressing my First Amendment rights. You seem to think that you're controlling the situation because something illegal is happening and nothing illegal is happening. So you don't get to control. No, even when I'm yelling, nothing illegal is happening. I am well within my First Amendment rights because I'm matching the signage that they're using, which is very bright and loud. Do you agree?
That you're incapable of caring for yourself.
That's not true. I care for 3 children. Don't think that. I can give you evidence against that.
You're not showing me evidence of that right now.
Is my washed hair, is my trimmed nails, is my homemade shirt enough evidence for that? I woke up this morning, I took a shower.
Rationally.
I am speaking rationally because what I'm talking about is reasons, and that's what rationally means. I'm giving you the reason that I'm here. 1, they're a cult. 2, they're very loud, and they're hiding their cultness behind this sort of Christmas thing, just like the Salvation Army does. So they're pretending they're not a cult, and they are. My third reason, this is what I do all day on YouTube, been doing it for 5 years. I know where my line is.
You're getting paid.
No.
Oh, it's the ad revenue
doing it. Yeah. How much have I made? How much have I made? Less than you've made here. Are you getting paid? You getting paid to be here?
I am getting paid right now.
Oh, so aha. Yeah. So go fuck yourself.
That's your aha?
Yeah, that was your aha. Yeah, you just aha'd that at me. I'm recording this whole conversation, all right?
That's totally fine.
No, it's absolutely. I'm just gonna put this up on YouTube. What's your name, sir?
My name's Officer Drew.
Excellent. You stand by all this shit that you just said. Now the question 100%. Is, if you're impeding my First Amendment right, do you think that's illegal? Do you think it's illegal for you in the capacity of your job to impede upon my First Amendment right? Because I've alerted you that you are.
Your First Amendment
it's not what if.
And whether or not
you are.
alert me to what you think is your First Amendment
right. My First Amendment right is to oppose these from public however I see fit, but not to chase them to a second location. And if you know a statute that's different from that, I am open to that and reasonable of mind and sound. And all of these tricks that you're trying to do to get into my way of the execution of my calling here on earth are childish and not your job. Every time I'm not yelling them, I'm falling for your tricks. Every time I'm not protesting them, I'm falling for your tricks. You're wasting my time until they leave.
Can I explain something?
If you listened to the stuff I explained,
absolutely, and
okay.
I'm going to respond.
Yeah, I'm listening.
So, obviously, it becomes our problem.
When
you're yelling and screaming,
no,
makes them makes it.
That's not when it comes to your job. When it breaks the peace, right?
It breaks the peace.
No,
correct, right?
I'll show you all these loud things that were happening down on the street here. I did not break the peace, and I'm matching their volume.
I have to go down there to deal with
this.
This
is a loud area. No, I'm talking about the trucks going up and down this road. There are people with bullhorns out here all the time, and you don't stop them.
And I have to contact them as well.
No, dude, Joseph Maldonado. How many times you told Joseph Maldonado to get off his bullhorn? How many times you told John Shuck? And does he?
No.
There you go. Why do you think I'm any different from them?
I'm not saying you're any different than them.
Then why are you impeding my right to be very loud at these people here?
Because
I was an ex-Mormon. They're Mormons. I know what I'm talking about.
No, I get that.
Cool.
But here's the problem. Okay.
It's only a problem if it breaks the law.
Right.
So what law am I breaking?
You making them feel uncomfortable. And
they make me feel uncomfortable.
Standing here yelling and screaming at them.
I'm protesting them. It's First Amendment.
And that's fair.
Then I shall do the fair protest.
Okay, but the problem is,
you're standing between me and that which I protest.
And you can protest that all you want.
Right, and you can stand between it if you think it's your job, and I don't think it is because I'm not doing anything illegal.
It is my job when it makes them feel uncomfortable.
What they're doing makes me feel uncomfortable. They can talk to me. I was sitting there trying to keep it very low, and they ejected me, and then I had to raise my voice. It's uncomfortable because they're pretending it's uncomfortable. I'm talking to them about this evil thing they're doing in the street. They're doing evil. That makes me feel uncomfortable. Okay, it's my religious right to do this.
Absolutely, and it's their religious right to do what they want.
Absolutely.
Right. Okay.
So stop them and me?
I would be willing for all of you to leave, but that's not.
I know, but you're saying a lot more words to that effect to me.
Correct, because they're the ones standing on the sidewalk yelling and screaming.
No, they are also doing it. They're just doing it in very nice
yelling and screaming.
Okay, the size of that font right there is yelling and screaming. The brightness of the red is yelling and screaming. I am matching their intensity.
So is that bus yelling at you?
Yes. Do you want to hear what it's saying? Free more RTD 1664. Do you agree that from this distance we can understand what it's saying? Do you agree that from 100 feet away we can understand what that bus is trying to communicate to us? And isn't that what yelling is? Communicating at a high volume. Isn't that what the First Amendment covers. The right of all these people to have very large signs. Gusto, Colorado Athletics Club, Lawrence, look at all these things being yelled at us from all around. And one of those messages is coming from the Mormon Church. And I oppose that one.
Why do you oppose the Mormon Church?
Because they are a cult and they are evil and they do evil in this world. Thank you for that question.
Your shirt says you're a cult.
I am, but mine is not an evil cult. It's the one true cult. The cult of Flying Spaghetti Monster. Thank you again for that question.
The flying a lot more comes into focus.
Thank you.
A lot more comes into focus.
So, okay. So
Though I was raised in the Mormon cult, you may not have heard that before, I was raised in the Mormon cult until I was about 25-ish. I went on the mission, just like those two people and those two people.
Okay.
I know what I'm talking about.
And I am not saying that you don't know what you're talking
He is saying that what I'm doing is breaking the law. But I do not believe so. But it's not disturbing the peace because they're doing it, and this is a very loud section, and there are people on bullhorns here, and you don't tell them.
You feel that way?
This is the mall.
That's not how the law's written, and that's not how it's enforced. I can't go take someone to jail for having a red sign. I can absolutely take someone to jail for yelling in a public place and disturbing people's peace.
I
They are
disagree.
two different things. You can disagree all you want.
You can't do it just
And
for the
that's
yelling.
fine.
It has to be this other thing. It has to be like this whole other thing. It has to be like incitement to violence. It has to be... No, it's not disturbing the peace. This is the mall. This is a public space. This is a public forum. Hello there.
Hi, could I introduce myself to you?
Yeah, hi, I'm Mitch.
My name is Jamie.
Oh, yeah, sorry, Jamie. Omicron. Right.
So, I want to introduce myself.
Are you a Mormon? Are you with these people?
I'm not a Mormon, I am with these people.
Excellent.
Can I tell you why?
Yeah, I'd like to have a civil conversation about it. I'd like to do it sitting over there, but I was ejected from that space.
Okay, I'm trying to talk to you right here.
Yeah.
Hi.
I'm saying yes. Your question was, would you like to have a conversation? My question was, fuck yes.
Okay, good. I feel no hostility towards you. I just want to explain to you why.
I feel no hostility towards you because we are not going to be violent, but I am very hostile toward the God of the Mormons, who is an evil God.
Okay.
Are you hostile to evil gods?
It seems like a loaded question. I wanted to tell you what I'm...
It is a loaded question. Will you answer it? It's loaded with a lot of meaning, and I want to know the answer to that meaning.
Question. I don't feel hostile towards...
You don't feel hostile towards Allah and what he did to this country?
No.
You don't? He fucking knocked down those 2 towers. You're not mad about that? Allah did that. That's evil, right?
I don't fully understand your situation, but I just want to let you know...
We're in a conversation, right? You're not engaging with the things I'm saying. Do you agree?
Okay.
I'm like responding to the things you're saying, and you're not responding to the things I'm saying, right? Do you think that he's going to have trouble taking care of himself?
I think here's what I think you're not allowing him to answer the question. Okay?
What question?
So here's
The question of...
you ask a
No,
question.
he did. He answered it. He said it was loaded.
Hold on.
Okay, I'll answer
You
it.
ask a question,
Yeah.
and then you start to answer your own question.
No, he answers it, and then I tell him why his
hasn't
answer's
answered a
bullshit. He
question
did.
because you
I
keep
asked him if he hates Allah, and
Allah, no, I don't hate Allah.
and he said that it's a loaded question. He said it's a loaded question. That was his answer.
Okay.
Cool.
Mitch.
So he did answer my question.
Mitch,
You're trying to what? Make me quiet so I don't protest
actually
these
not trying to be quiet. I
cultists.
wanted
Cool.
you to
Let's talk loudly so everyone around can hear what's going
I
on.
wanted to talk about that.
Cool. Well, I want to, so I will, and you don't have to.
Okay.
So that's both of us being individuals, right?
Yeah, I
Cool.
support
That's what's
that.
happening here. You're meeting me, an individual, and I'm meeting you, an individual. Great. That's happening today. Congratulations. You met me. What do you want to talk
What do you have
about?
against me?
You're helping the Mormons. You just identified yourself
Actually,
as
they're
helping these
helping
people.
me. They're helping
Right.
us.
Cool. What I
We
have
help
against you-
refugees. Can I tell you? We help
Yes, but you...
refugees,
Cool.
and they're raising money for us. I am not a Mormon. I'm not a particular fan of the Mormon Church. They reached out, like a lot of people reach out and said, we'd like to help. I'm a musician. I'm a performer. I believe in speaking loudly. You'll hear me speak loudly a little bit later. Maybe we'll be speaking loudly at the same time.
Yeah, I think
Okay?
it's a good idea. I think it's a First Amendment thing.
Okay, great. That's wonderful.
Cool.
I want you to understand.
Did you know how...
I want you to understand that if I'm speaking loudly over you later, it's not because we agree with the Mormon Church or disagree with it. It's because I'm trying to support people coming here from other countries who don't have enough resources. We're trying to raise money so we can get translators for people. We're trying to raise money so that people can get food. So we're trying to meet people's basic needs. That's what's going to be
Oh,
motivating.
is this a
you today.
sermon? Are you asking me questions? What do you want me to hear?
I was telling you my story.
Excellent. So now let me ask you this question.
you-
If they use some of this money to promote anti-gay stuff, would you be
Yeah.
okay with that?
No.
Cool. They did that with the Prop 8 10 years ago. They used Mormon funds to
This
go to
money is
Prop
going
8.
to us.
How do you know that? Where is the
Because we
accounting?
talked to
Who
them
are you
about
trusting?
that.
Oh,
That's a great-
excellent.
it's a
The
good
Mormons
concern.
told you they're using it for good stuff, and all of it. And none of it's going to like Prop 8 shit, right?
That's my belief. If I found
cool,
that,
and you trusted the Mormons
if
about
I
that.
found out that that was not true, I would be upset.
And how are you going to research that? Thank you. Thank you for telling you that this cult cannot be trusted. You're welcome. So that's why I wanted to talk about it.
Good.
Because you're trying to do good and you're doing it through an evil cult. Can't be done. You know those bell ringers, the Salvation Army? They're another cult. They use that money to hate gay people. It's hate money.
We might have different ideas on whether we interact with people that we have disagreements with. But
I interact with people. It's what I do. I came down here to do it. The friend that I was going to do it wasn't with. So this is a godsend, someone to talk to about cults and shit. I made this shirt today to talk to John Shuck. And then luckily I found this cult to talk to, my old cult. Oh, it's great. God sent this to me. I'm meant to come here to oppose these people.
Yeah, I feel like I shared something kind of important to you, and I'm treating you pretty like calmly here, and it seems like you still have a lot.
Do you not understand that I've shared something important with you? I was raised in this cult. They hurt me, and I don't want them to hurt other people. Do you think that's not something important that I've shared with you? Excellent. So you just do it differently from me. Why are you judging the way that I do it? I'm not judging the way you do it. I'm not saying raise your voice, sir. Feel like I do about it.
I'm not judging the way you do it.
Yeah, you are. You're like, why are you so? Why are you so?
Okay.
Those are the judgments.
Okay.
Why are you so this?
Okay.
You judged it to be this.
That's a good point.
Thank you, and reasonable. Thank you. I'd like to talk to you missionaries. I went on a mission to New Zealand from 1997 to 1999. I'd like to talk to you about my Mormon missionary experience. Shall we talk? Yeah, I know, and you're always doing a service, and I'd like to talk to you about that service. Come over here, and it doesn't have to be so elevated in volume if that's what makes you uncomfortable.
So I guess the only thing I was hoping would come from this conversation is that you might understand what I'm doing here tonight, what I'm not doing,
what you're doing is something that you think is good.
Do you have any agreement with what I'm doing? Do you like?
I'm saying what you're doing is good and evil, and you're attempting to do only good, but there's evil done at the same time. You probably weren't aware of that. Thank you.
Also, I appreciate you bringing up the concern.
Excellent. Thank you. They don't. They expelled me. I was sitting there nice talking. And then the elders expelled me. Though they haven't expelled me from the church, I'm a member of this church. I am a member of this church.
I don't know what you're trying to accomplish. And that was my question that I asked from the beginning.
And I answered it. I attempted to protest these people. I answered it very early.
Okay.
And I appreciate that you're not like walking to like block my view. I appreciate that.
Do you think that you standing here on the sidewalk, yelling and screaming at them, in the grand scheme of everything, is going to change anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you think it's not?
No, I don't.
You're wrong.
Because
everything we do changes the world. Everything we do changes the world.
Because whether you think...
How many people are going to hear this? I'll put it up on my YouTube and 1,000 people will hear it. How will that not change the world?
Okay. So, because the Mormon church, if you believe the Mormon church is evil, okay, you standing here is not
talking to Mormons about it?
It's not going to change the actions of the Mormon church.
Well, it'll change the actions of these individual people, and isn't that what a group is?
I don't think it will.
I think it will slightly, imperceptibly, and that's what we must do.
Because you're making them feel uncomfortable, so they're not willing to listen to what you say.
I know.
Right?
I've been there.
Okay, and so that's my point.
This works.
Of you standing here, yelling at them,
telling them they're wrong.
Fair enough.
Work.
No.
How much evidence will you require?
I don't think that
Check out my
to
YouTube.
change their mind.
How many people do I have to show you who have said you've changed my mind? 5? How many comments like that do I need on YouTube before I've proved you wrong?
Okay. So I don't think that that's today. Is that possibly from something you did previously? Absolutely, you could have done that. And I'm not saying that you didn't do that. I'm just saying today, with these individuals and you, I don't think you're going to get to that conclusion today.
You're wrong.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Thank you.
But I don't... The problem is then it becomes my problem. When you're disturbing their peace. Right?
It's not peace, it's advertisement, it's not peace. They're not sitting here enjoying their thing. They came out here to advertise.
They came out here to do whatever they were doing.
That's right.
I don't know what they're doing.
Aggressively advertise their cult.
Of their thing. So, and that's fine that you think they're a cult.
I know they're a cult.
Well, I mean, that's up for
it's not fine that you don't think they're a cult, because if they are a cult and you're wrong about it, that's not cool.
Then technically every religion is a cult. Your thing is a cult. everything is a cult with a group of members.
It's like I already knew that.
So
it's like I already knew that.
So whether you think they're a good cult or a bad cult, technically they're all a cult, right?
Yeah.
So if you're out here,
this is not your job. This is not your job to understand my argument. It's not your job.
I know, but I'm trying to help you, and I'm trying to understand your argument so I can.
When you understand my argument, you won't be in my way.
I do understand. I think I'm understanding the argument.
The argument is they are doing evil on this earth. Yeah. I oppose that whenever I can. Here they are doing it. Here I am opposing it. It's my religion.
Okay. So
they are fulfilling their religious prerogative, as am I.
Okay. The problem is you're making them uncomfortable. They're not making you uncomfortable.
Well, I walked down the street. I stood over there. I saw Light the World. I said, is that the Mormons? I felt uncomfortable inside. I came over. I searched this sign for any suggestion that this was the Mormons, feeling uncomfortable the whole time. I found it over there in small print. Did you know this was the Mormons? I said to the people who were there. I felt uncomfortable.
Okay.
So your argument
uncomfortable enough to go home and get your sign?
No, I had this sign.
You just knew that they would be here and brought your sign with you.
You don't know what you're talking
about.
about.
A minute ago you said that you just saw them and had to come over here.
Yep. Do you want to hear the recording of it?
So you carry that sign with you everywhere?
Yes. I streamed this 5 years on YouTube on the mall opposing religions. I carry the sign everywhere.
Okay.
You not believing me makes me feel like you maybe can't take care of yourself tonight. Because I'm presenting you with reality, and you don't seem to fathom it.
But the only part of your argument that I disagree with, and
is that they're an evil cult.
Well, I am not Mormon.
Is that right?
I don't know anything about.
Is that correct? That the only part of my argument that you disagree with is that this is an evil cult?
Wrong.
Okay, then there are two things you disagree with, right?
Okay.
Cool. That's fine.
The one that I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around.
Okay.
Is you're saying that you were uncomfortable by all of this.
Yeah, and I walked you through my uncomfort as I approached.
You're obviously comfortable enough to stand here and yell at them.
Yeah, because this is what I do.
Because obviously for me, I'm just thinking for myself. If I'm in a situation that's uncomfortable to me,
they're missionaries. They're Mormon missionaries. They knock on doors.
Yeah, I know that.
They make people uncomfortable.
Okay, but they're not knocking on your door. You chose to go from over there to
right here, the public space, and protest them.
And stay in an uncomfortable situation.
Right, because of how they made me feel. Because of how they made me feel. Because of how they made me feel uncomfortable as I walked over.
But it's invalid.
Whoa! My feeling of uncomfort is invalid? What invalidates my feeling of uncomfort?
Because if it was uncomfortable to you, if it was uncomfortable...
Did they choose to be here?
But they're not uncomfortable.
So how come that doesn't invalidate their uncomfort?
Because
Why does it not invalidate my uncomfort and not theirs?
Because they have to be here for this.
I have to be here for my religion.
Okay.
So let me tell you the story so I can show you the miracle that brought me here. John Shuck usually preaches in front of the Union Station on Fridays. Is that correct? First Friday. Well, I can show you his YouTube where it's true. I can show you the 3 times that I've met him on a First Friday. And I said, oh, John Shuck, I'm excited to come down here and see you. I'll make a new shirt, buy a new shirt, put my hair all up, get the sign ready. Jesus told John to hate this world because I was talking to John Shuck. Didn't work out.
Is John a Mormon?
No, he's not. He's a Christian. And he preaches in front of the Union Station.
What religion is he? Just so I can keep up with the story.
A Christian.
Okay.
He's not here.
Okay.
So, I was live streaming to my friends. I said, well, we'll just fucking walk down the mall to the end, see if anybody else is preaching so that I could pose them.
Okay.
Got to the end, didn't see anybody, walked back, found the Mormons. Well, here is someone to discharge my duty with. Miracle. Isn't it? The thing I was doing fell through.
Okay.
But here...
Is John not here today?
No, he's not. Sorry, I missed that thing. He's not here. He's in surgery or some shit. He's not in front of the Onion Station today. So I walked down here to just talk about sort of like preaching and stuff and how Friday is the holy day in my religion. Okay. And then God gave me something to protest, this evil cult here on the 16th Street Mall, the place that I patrol.
Okay.
And the whole time that I haven't been yelling is because you have been impeding on my First Amendment rights. And you have been getting paid for it.
I have been getting paid the entire time I'm here.
So also, fuck you. So, just so you know.
Well, in the roundabout thing, I don't think that's valid because you're technically getting paid also to be here. And
I know, but
you do
YouTube money,
stuff.
how much do you think I made? I made $200 in 5 years. Okay. So it's not worth talking about,
so
right?
I understand that, but for you to say that fuck you to me.
No, to him.
Here, okay. To him for getting paid to be here. Technically, all three of us are getting paid to be here.
Right.
In a roundabout way.
Sure.
Right.
And one of the ways that I get paid is by yelling at Mormons, and I don't get to have that right now because you're withholding it from me.
Because it's
in content. I'm getting paid in content.
You can't. I understand that, but
I can yell as long as they don't feel threatened physically by me. That's the thing, right?
No.
I'm protesting that. I am here in protest. Okay. You're like, I have to do it politely? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
No.
You
they can leave.
Disturb their peace.
This isn't peace, it's advertisement. Okay. They are getting paid. So, in the same way that I'm getting paid in their religious sort of thing. This is their job for 2 years.
Yeah, I'm like I said, I'm not Mormon. I don't know if they get paid through the Mormon church. Does the Mormon church pay them? I don't know.
In a very negligible way, much like I'm getting paid by YouTube, that you held it against me. They're getting paid in rent and food. You did. You said we're all getting paid.
No, I'm saying I'm not holding it against you.
No, well, I'm holding it against you.
Everybody's got to make a living. I get it.
And some people do it by infringing on First Amendment rights.
But the thing is I'm just saying you can't hold it against us for being here, being paid.
I can hold it against you for literally thinking that I'm doing something illegal. I'm not. I'm not doing anything illegal. I'd like to go about my business. I'm not trying to make them feel like I'm going to hurt them. I just want them to know that... No. I'm not trying to make them feel like I'm trying to hurt them. I'm trying to make them feel like I think the cult they're involved in is evil.
Okay.
That is not anything to do with violence or anything like that.
Okay. So do you think you yelling at them, whether you're saying nice things or bad things, or in between things or around things,
I think yelling at them makes them understand that I'm very passionate about this subject. No, I think it communicates it very, very well.
I think it's communicating that you're hostile about the situation, whether you are
crossing that line would communicate it, right? Not crossing that line is communicating that I'm not hostile or violent about it.
I understand that, but yelling at someone
because of the distance between us? Because of the distance between us? It's perfectly reasonable to yell at someone 20 feet away, isn't that correct?
No, I wouldn't say so.
If I'm having a conversation with someone 20 feet away from me, is it perfectly reasonable for me to be yelling at them?
But you're not having a conversation.
I am. I'm having a conversation with these Mormons. Please. Please come close to this. I don't care if they don't want to talk to me. I want to talk to them. And they're out here selling an evil religion, and I'd like to talk to them about that. That is how conversations work. All of the advertisements here are saying something to you, and you can choose to ignore them if you want.
And they're choosing to ignore them.
That's correct. Which is their right. That's right. And that's what they're doing by not wanting to converse. But that doesn't mean I have to stop wanting to converse with them. That's not how it works. I still do want to converse face to face about how you're giving your life to an evil cult, and you should own these years instead of donate them to an evil god that demands blood sacrifice, the god of circumcision. I'd like to communicate that to that lady right there, and I think I just did. I know, but that's fine, because I'm protesting her. Okay. That doesn't mean I have to move on.
But you can't yell at them.
If the distance between us is great enough that I must yell at them for them to hear me, yes, I can. Also, I can yell at them whenever I want, according to the First Amendment, so long as they don't feel like I'm about to be violent.
Disturbing their peace.
This is not peace. They are working. This place is very loud. I am not disturbing the peace any more than a street preacher is with a bullhorn. That happens all the time on this street.
I understand that.
Cool. And if you think any of the things,
and I have to,
then okay, are you detaining me?
Only person right now.
Are you detaining me?
You are free to leave at any
time. No. Hold on. Could I talk about some of the escalation?
You're absolutely free to leave.
Cool.
You're free to leave anytime you want.
You said, I don't know where that came from. You said the only person
detained.
Cool.
You are being free to leave.
I appreciate it. You said that other thing. What was that other thing? That the only person escalating is me. Yep. So can I talk about their escalation?
You're allowed to do whatever you want.
Cool. All right. As are you, except you're getting paid, so you have to do your job. Or your job as you understand it. You go to school for this?
What's that?
Did you go to school for this?
I did.
And you studied the First Amendment?
Among others.
Cool. And how do you like the First Amendment?
Oh, I think it's swell.
Yeah. Compared to the Second Amendment, which one do you think is stronger?
Stronger?
Yeah, makes this country stronger.
It's not
Is that right?
It's stronger than the other. That's not how amendments work.
So you think that the First Amendment is equally as strong as the Second Amendment? That's how you feel inside, is it?
I feel that all amendments are equally helpful to the citizens.
No, I'm asking what makes us strong? I didn't say applicable or...
Make sense.
Surely does. Are we a strong country?
Well, no,
Surely does make sense.
No, you were asking which, if the First or the Second Amendment was stronger.
My apologies. I don't mean to... My apologies. I mean to keep it pointed at these people. My apologies. I mean to keep it pointed at these people.
I get that. And the First Amendment it's
No, my apologies.
it's valuable.
Let's not talk about...
The problem is the First Amendment does not allow you to
I believe it does.
disturb the peace of other people.
I believe it does, and this is not peace. I don't believe it allows me to disturb peace, but these people are not at peace. Peace is like those people up there who live there. And they live there knowing the buses go up and down and construction is done and the very loud construction things happen at fucking 3 p.m. here on the mall. So, this is normal.
A guy standing around yelling is not.
How many times do I have to show you someone standing around yelling in the past hour on the street
I'm not saying
to prove that it's normal?
I'm not saying.
You're saying it's not normal.
I'm not saying
on
it's
this
not.
street.
I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm saying it's not normal.
I'm saying it's so super normal that this is where I come to do it.
Okay, then that's where we're going to agree to disagree. So obviously we have two different versions of normal.
Normal is like regular, right? John Shuck comes down every first Friday and does it in front of the Union Station. Couldn't do it today though because of surgery. Joseph Maldonado comes down and does it on Wednesdays from a soapbox. Have you met Joseph Maldonado?
I have not.
I have regularly.
He seems like a nice guy.
He's not. He's in a cult. His brain is mush. He does evil in this world and he thinks it's good.
Okay. So is he a bad person because his brain?
He's a bad person and a good person, just like all of us. Mormon, I'd like to talk to you about your mission and the service that you're giving away. Mormons, how old are you? You 18? Did you come out? I know, they don't have to talk to me.
Okay.
Talking to them is not breaking the peace. It's communicating to these people who are out here advertising their evil cult.
Okay.
They are doing advertisement. If they were selling coke, I could do it. If I said coke is evil, you destroy the Amazon.
I would agree with you.
They are a corporation just like the other one.
No, I get that.
Cool. So why can I protest coke and not the evil Mormon church?
You could protest Coke or the evil Mormon church.
Have the bishops put windows on the doors yet? Because that would be a real good idea, right? Like the principal has put windows on the doors to make sure nothing untoward happens.
I don't know what you're talking about because, like I said, I'm not.
I know, but she does. Do the bishops have windows on their doors yet? I'd like to talk about Mormonism and how they're an evil cult. Can we talk? Come here. I'd like to talk to you. Let's talk. Come here. Hello there. My name's Schizophrenic Mitch. You can find me on YouTube. I like to come down and protest cults. This is the Mormon church. They're an evil cult. Did you know that these were the Mormons?
Sorry?
Did you know that these people were Mormons?
I do know that.
Are you Mormon?
I'm not.
I am Mormon, and it's an evil cult. Joseph Smith had sex with 14-year-olds. Isn't that gross?
Yeah.
That's these people. They're hiding behind this sort of corporate, they get to own Christmas and what charity is, but they're just trying to buy it away from the people who are better at it, the Salvation Army. And they're not going to win. They can't purchase it away from the Salvation Army. They have it. Sorry, Mormons. That was reasonable, right? Look, I nailed it. I'd like to talk to you. Come here.
See, now we're going back up here.
Right, because she's over there. I'd like to talk to you. Come here. Let's have a conversation, just like I did with him. I know, but that doesn't mean I can't talk to her.
So
I don't want to talk to you.
You're not. I understand that, but they don't want to conversate with you.
I don't want to conversate with you.
If one of them comes over here and wants to have a conversation,
that's what I was inviting them to do.
If they want to, then they will.
Eventually.
But you standing here yelling at them is not going to make them want to come over here and talk to you, right?
Any of them?
Just like
if I do it for 4 hours, nobody's going to come over?
I don't think so.
Watch my videos and see what happens when I do 4 hours, talk to these people and give up my time and my charity and say, I am a Mormon, they haven't kicked me out yet. I still am on the rolls. I was born in 1978 in Mesa, Arizona. I got my endowment in St. George, such a beautiful temple. I went to New Zealand on my mission. So lovely. I baptized 26 people in New Zealand. I am sixth generation.
So what? At what point during your story?
Yeah.
And I mean this in the most respectful way.
Sure.
Did the Mormons piss you off?
Oh, when I realized that it was not true. When I realized it was very offensive. It was offensive.
Did they say something? Did they do something?
They said this thing that we're selling you is definitely true.
Okay.
And it wasn't.
You found out it wasn't.
I found out it was not.
Okay.
And I found that very offensive. That my whole life I had to believe in a thing that is like unbelievable.
Okay. No, I agree with
They stole my life 2 years, and I'd like those 2 years back.
Well, you know that can't happen, right? You can't have the 2 years of your life.
I know. I can save it for these people. I can save their last week. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about my mission and then the people that I baptized. I can tell you most of their names still. Let's talk about the things that I said to them and how I made them feel the Holy Ghost. Let me show you that I can make you feel the Holy Ghost now about the things that I'm saying. That Joseph Smith was unfortunately less than he pretended to be. Who is the first polygamous wife? What is her name? Who is the first polygamous wife? What is her name? I can tell you the story of Fanny Alger, or Alger, depending on who you hear.
Is that her name?
Yeah. Ask me why you don't know her name. Why we do not celebrate the first polygamous wife. How brave she must have been to be the first person to be involved in this very new thing, yet we don't know her name. What is the name of the first polygamous wife? Then ask people why they don't teach you.
Why do you think they don't?
She was 16 years old, and it was before he had the permission to do it. And she was his maid. She lived at his house. Because it wasn't a wife. He molested her. Just like Warren Jeffs did to those 14-year-olds. Joseph Smith's the same. We are from that tradition of abuse. And yet, we take that abuse and we internalize it. And we put it up on the wall and we go and we say it's all about the temple. But the temple is to cover the abuse of the prophet. And I'm sorry that he didn't talk to God. I wish that he had. I wish it was all true. I'd like to talk to you, sir, about your adult decisions, about giving your time to this cult.
So, what if you don't mind me asking?
I definitely don't.
What are you a part of now?
Every person devises their own religion in their mind. There's no way to escape that. I describe it a number of ways. One of the ways I describe it is pastafarian.
Okay.
There's another yes. There's pastafarian. There's other things that also apply, but I think that's most communicative.
Okay.
I believe in truth, though. I think that some things are true.
I agree with you there.
Sir, I'd like to talk to you in the red sweater. Sir, I'd like to talk to you. What is your calling? I'd like to talk to you about your calling. So, this is private property. Did you rent this space? How much did you pay? What's that turnaround going to be? What's the overhead on this endeavor? How much of what comes through in this charity drive heads through to the people it's meant to help? What percent? Is 80 enough? So I found out recently that the Mormon Church is sitting on a lot of money because tithing is just rolling in, and they have an obscene amount of billions of dollars that they do nothing with. And yet here they are asking for money, for our money, even though Mitt Romney's tithing is just sitting there. It's weird. It's a weird thing to do. I'd like to talk to you about it. About how your mission isn't about converting or doing anything. It's about actually brainwashing you and training you and to be a lifelong member of this cult, of not having life without it. It's when the church meets almost all the criteria of the bite model, which describes a cult. We measure a cult by this thing called the bite model: behavior, information, T, I don't remember, technology maybe, E, emotion. They're trying to control that, and it's at high control when you're on your mission, and they tell you when to wake up. I said the word missionary like 8 times a day when I was a missionary. I don't say it anymore now that I'm not. How many times do you pray a day? You're like, at the most cultic it is, right? Because they're trying to make you a lifelong member, right? It's about you. You're not trying to sell anything. They're trying to make it so that this interaction here pushes you into your defense mechanism, right? So that you're afraid to talk about these things because all you see is, I'm persecuting you, right? I'm not. I'm a Mormon. I was raised Mormon. I'm not persecuting you. I'm trying to talk to you. I'm telling you the truth things I believe. And I can make you feel the Holy Ghost about it. I can show you that Joseph Smith lied when he said he was... We can talk about the Book of Mormon and where it came from. We can talk about the... do you know where the golden plates were when Joseph Smith was translating them? Do you know where they were? Have you looked into it? Have you looked into the story, the early story of the golden plates and where it came from? Or do you just accept what they told you about it? No, it's not harassment. I'm protesting them. Do you agree in protesting? Does it? What does it depend on? Mormons are stupid as fuck. Do you agree?
I think you think stupid as fuck.
Mormons are also stupid as fuck. Do you agree?
No, just you.
If I could convince you that Mormons were stupid as fuck, would you allow me to do this unmolested? If I could convince you that Mormons were stupid as fuck, would you allow me to do this? I'm a Mormon. I know if it's stupid as fuck. Are you a Mormon? Allow me to convince you that it's stupid as fuck. So are they. They use some of this money to hate gay people. Do you support that?
My brother's gay.
I know. They use money like this to support Proposition 8.
What was your first name again?
Mitchell.
Mitchell. Okay, Mitchell. So, as I was talking to my partner, I'm listening. This is a good interaction. Okay, no yelling. This is not.
I disagree that there's no yelling. It still is elevated.
I understand.
I'm
that.
using my theater voice.
I understand that.
Okay.
It's less than you were before.
That's right. It will modulate up and down.
Okay. So let's hang out. Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm receiving some.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, just a moment. Good. I'll talk to you in just a moment.
Can I just say a few words because I got to set up. Can I say a few words? I realize that maybe you're protesting the Mormon Church.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I came down here. I'm not a part of the Mormon Church, and I just came down here to play some songs.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna get people to play along with like toy instruments and stuff, and you're welcome to join. But
I'm not. Thank you though.
Okay. I just would really. I don't. My name's Laura.
Laura, it's not you. I'm protesting. It's the Mormon Church.
Okay. I'd love to just be able to play music for this next hour, and then.
I'm not stopping you from playing music.
Okay, cool.
Are you stopping me from doing what I want to do?
No, hell no. Do your thing.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just wanted to.
Cool. I'm not protesting you. And what was your name, Lauren?
Laura.
Laura.
Yeah. What's your name again?
I'm Mitchell.
Mitchell.
Yeah, I am a Mormon.
You are. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. Right on. Where from?
Los Angeles.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna keep setting up, but
I love music.
Yeah.
It is one of the communications.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good luck to everyone involved.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, Mitchell. So I think we're gonna get out of here.
Thank you.
So I understand you're passionate about it. I get it.
Okay.
But that if someone wants to come over here and talk to you, I understand you're passionate about it. But that's having a normal conversation,
Right.
just like me and you are now.
And until they do, I'll call out to them and invite them.
Unfortunately, it's an hour per block on 16th Street Mall, and your hour is actually up.
Is their hour up?
Yes.
Protest? There's an hour limit on
hour per block
protest?
with anybody on 16th Street Mall. Either
What does that mean?
Or whatever.
Cool. Show me that statute, please.
So,
anything you say, right? Any way that you think you understand it.
can we stay behind here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Yeah. So you see that I've been respecting that the whole time. As soon as that was pointed out.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
But do your whatever you want to do. Okay. But
Cool, man. I'll try not to keep it. I'll not yell at my loudest yell.
Okay. And if someone wants to come over and talk to you, then talk to them like a normal human being.
And I will beckon them until they do.
Okay.
And this is also what normal human beings do. Normal human beings are crazy motherfuckers, and we yell at them. Like,
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Normal people don't yell at other people until they come over and talk to them.
yes, when they're doing evil, they do. They say, "Please stop this evil. I'd like to talk to you."
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you for your time.
So best of luck to you.
Please do be safe. Let's talk, please. I'd like to talk to you, sir. I'd like to talk to you, sir. Please come talk to me, sir. Please come talk to me. I'd like to talk to you and your wife. Are you like mission president or something? Please come talk to me about how you're involved in an evil cult. I'd like to talk to you Mormons. Or you ex-Mormons, I guess, right? You're not Mormons anymore, right? I guess I'm the Mormon. And you guys are ex-Mormons. Isn't that weird? It's pretty ironic, huh? Let's talk about how you're wasting your time and you're giving it to an evil cult. How this is the same advice I'd give someone who's giving their time to the Jehovah's Witnesses. They're wasting their time, right? Sir, I'd like to talk to you. I'd like to have a conversation with you about the very grown-up things you think you're doing. Sir, what is your name? Let's talk about how you're an evil person and you're doing evil things here in this world. Sir, I'd like to talk to you and have a civil conversation right up here. Please come on down and let's talk about how what you're doing is actually hate. The evil God that you are worshipping is a God of hate and blood and war. The God of circumcision. Let's talk about whether or not you would fail the test of Abraham. Whether or not you would want your children to know that you would fail the test of Abraham. Please, let's talk about it. I shan't, thanks though. Please come and talk to me about that thing you just said. Sir, please come back and let's talk about that thing you said. What do you mean? Did you know this is the Mormon Church? These people right here, they're working for the Mormon Church. Those are Mormon missionaries. You know, the guys that knock on doors. I'm protesting what they're doing here today.
Let them obey their religion.
My religion says I must protest evil religions. Will you allow me to obey my religion?
Just leave other people's religions alone.
What if they're evil?
Like what?
Like, for example, using the money that they're going to collect here to fight
people in other countries.
Your question, yeah, but also fight gay marriage. What if they use some of the money to do that? What if they use some of the money?
I agree with no gay marriage.
You agree with no gay marriage? You don't think that's hate speech?
Right.
It is hate speech. And they use it is hate speech. It's an evil thing to do. Did you not know that? Who told you it's not hate speech?
My religion goes against that too.
Yeah? Why? Why? Nobody wants them here.
That's not true. I gave them money.
Why do you want them here? What's your name? Are you talking to me? You'll respond to me sometimes, and then you'll retreat when I'm ready to talk to you. You want them here. Are you Mormon?
I don't retreat.
Yeah. Oh, then let's have this conversation.
No.
That's a retreat.
No.
Yeah.
There's a difference between retreating and not wanting to talk to you.
Yeah, one of them's a retreat and the other one's a retreat. So, you said you want them here. You want the Mormons here? Do you want the Jehovah's Witnesses here?
That's what your speech is you don't want the Mormons here?
That's yes. Do you know that they're Mormons?
What?
No, I'm saying I want to protest the Mormons while they're here. Not that I don't want them here. I'm just sort of like saying that because he's telling me not to be here. Man, this guy's yelling at me. It's pretty weird, huh?
Here?
Because you don't think...
Work. That's a concept.
You're at work right now?
Yeah.
Oh man, you look so dressed up for it.
You should look into it.
You're at work with your girlfriend?
Have you ever considered it?
You're working with your girlfriend?
Stop talking about things you don't know about.
So are you both working together? You're both at work?
I'm his wife.
Yeah?
And yes, he's at work.
Excellent. You're with your husband at work? That must be so nice because the job that I have doesn't let me walk around with my girlfriend at the mall. What a great... Oh, thank you so much.
Have you ever considered a job?
Yeah, I've considered a job. Have you ever considered a true religion? Have you considered a true religion? Or are you going to use
a contributing member to society?
I'm contributing today.
What are you tired from? You don't work. What are you tired from?
I'm tired of your bullshit.
Then walk away.
Here you are, not retreating. So let's have this conversation.
Is that a fake accent or a real?
It's a fake accent. Well spotted. Yeah. Is that a fake fucking look that you have? Is those fucking fake glasses? You're putting on a show for everybody with those fucking greaser glasses?
These
Yeah.
Custom made.
Oh, custom made to make you look like what? To make you look like a badass motherfucker? Is that fake? Because you're really just a little child and you're trying to look all cool?
I'm a child?
Yeah, you're a tiny little child.
With the fake accent.
Yeah, no, with the whole fake persona. Your whole persona's fucking fake. You're like...
A pair of jeans and a pair of shoes is fake.
Yeah, ATM is like, look at me, look who I am. Fucking American
You're walking around
jeans.
with cult member on your shirt.
Yeah, is that fake?
Yeah.
No, it's not. I'm a member of a cult. How
And
fucking
he's a
fake?
graduate of A&M.
That's right, ATM, it's me.
You don't even know what ATM is.
It's a Texas college, isn't it?
No.
Is that not? It's not Texas A&M. Is that right?
Texas University.
Texas.
There's a difference. So if you want to try to fake
Excellent. Not in England. There's not.
You should actually maybe sort of be a little
Fake that I'm smart. Cool. So what's your IQ?
You're not, see,
What's your IQ? That's smartness, right? We're talking about who's smart, right? So what's your IQ?
Talk over me.
Yeah, I'm going to. Correct.
All you're going to do is ask questions because you can't.
Because you can't answer them. How many of your questions did I not answer? Which of your questions did I not answer? Because what you'll see,
and be a listener.
I am doing both. I can do both at the same time because I'm so fucking smart. Can you? Can you talk and listen at the same time? Can you talk and listen at the same time, Texas A&M? Come over here. I can't hear you because you're so far away. Texas A&M. Can you talk and listen at the same time?
Okay, just shut up for 2 seconds.
I am.
What's
I'm doing that.
What have you picked up that he has said? One thing. While you just can't shut the fuck up.
That what I'm doing is fake and that I'm not smart.
Bro, look at it. You're talking shit about his glasses, bro. You look like you're about to take off.
Yeah, because I'm dressed like a pirate, right?
You're not dressed like a fucking... Bro, if you're a pilot, you're a one half-assed pilot.
Pirate.
What'd you get your fucking pilot's license? The back of a cereal box?
I didn't say pilot. I didn't say that word. I said pirate.
Well, we can't tell if you're fake-ass accent. Ding, ding.
I don't care.
I just feel like your feet are probably cold.
I just feel like you're sad that you're like trying to fit this mold that someone made for you and you're trying so hard to earn daddy's love, and because you went to Texas A&M that means you're something.
That's true.
But you're not, because you cannot think through this situation about how that group behind you... Who can?
The back of a...
Oh, now he's
the back of a Walmart?
What college makes a person smart?
Texas A&M.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I know a lot of real smart people from Texas A&M.
Did you even go to school?
I did go to school. Did you?
Yeah.
What school did you go to?
None of your business.
There we go. No, I answered his question, then I asked it back, and he didn't answer. All I do is ask questions. And that's a childish thing to do, ask questions. You didn't ask any questions at college, did you?
Shut up.
They didn't teach you how to... I did shut up for 2 seconds. I did.
You fucking faggot. Shut up.
Cool. This is your man. This is your man right here. You want to talk to him about his language here? Because you hate the gays, right? So that's hate
my
speech,
religion
isn't it?
goes against it.
That's right. And so you're preaching hate speech because you're a part of an evil cult.
No, we're not part of a cult.
You just
We're
said,
not a religion.
fuck you, faggot, because you like hate speech because your cult says it's okay.
Be quiet for 2 seconds. You see this? They're helping people.
Yeah, and they're also hurting people. They're also hurting people. They're doing both at the same time.
Have a nice day.
Let's talk about it. Why talk to them about it, not me? Let's talk about it.
Nobody wants to talk to you.
You look like you want to talk to me.
No one wants to talk to you.
Yet here
Everybody
you
wants you to
are,
fucking
right
leave.
here,
You're just
talking
here to
to
ruin
me.
people's day, bro.
No, I'm here to protest
The cops
this evil
were
cult.
already here.
And
You
what
should
did they
leave.
say? They said it's okay that I'm here. Because if they had any problem, I'd have to have left, huh? If I was breaking any laws, I would have to have left, huh? But I'm not, because they left me here. Because I know what a person is. No, because they're advertising a hateful cult. No, not good.
Yeah, good.
If they were advertising the cult of Muhammad, would you protest it? If they would, yeah, you know Muhammad. You ever heard of him? He had this cult, and it's like. So yes, if Muslims were here, would you be okay with me protesting them?
No.
But they're an evil cult, and they do evil shit.
You're saying Muslims are all Muslims, are you?
I'm saying the cult of Muhammad is evil. Is the cult of Muhammad
Why
evil?
don't you just go?
Because I'm protesting the Mormons.
Rip that fucking sign out of your head and beat the living shit out of you.
Well, that's illegal, so don't. I am protesting the Mormons. It
Are
is.
you even a human? Are you fucking from another planet? Planet retard?
Dehumanizing people is a childish thing to do. You should grow out of it real soon.
You should grow up and let people enjoy their day.
They are advertising an evil cult. I'm protesting that. It's my First Amendment right.
Yeah, can you do that sign's legal, but if I rip it up, that's not illegal at all.
It is. It's my stuff. You can't fuck with people's stuff. It's illegal, dude. You know it's illegal.
What are they gonna do? Tell my dad I ripped up some asshole sign that's talking shit to everybody?
So I'm recording this. What's your name, kid?
Oh, you're recording this?
Yeah, I've been recording for the last hour and a half.
Oh, good.
Cool. Yeah.
Leave people alone so they can join.
I'm not. I'm going to protest this evil cult. Thank you, though, for your input.
Just leave them alone.
I shan't. Thank you,
Go
though.
over there and protest so they can't hear
This is the line that I was told to stay behind, and I'm staying behind it. This is the over there. I am in the over there. Why?
Because they don't want to hear what you have to say.
I don't want to hear what they have to say. Listen to what they're doing. They're talking very loud right now, aren't they? Listen to the volume. Tell him to shut up.
Let them be.
Then let me
Leave them
be.
the fuck alone.
Then leave
Go
me the
find-
fuck alone.
Go get a fucking job. Go
You
get a
are
life.
being a hypocrite. This is my job. This is my life. You are being a
How much
hypocrite
money
right
do you
now.
make? $2 a fucking hour?
What does it matter? What's enough? What's
you
enough
homeless?
for you? No, I'm not homeless. Thank you for your fucking concern, kid. Yeah, exactly, you dipshit. That's what I was saying. God damn, you're so fucking dumb too.
Bro, look at you.
Like, it's okay to be
Look what
young.
you're wearing. And you calling me dumb.
Yes, I'm trying to explain to you that not only are you young, you're dumb. You're both. You think you're young and smart, but I'm trying to explain to you. I'm pointing out that
I'm
you're
young
being a
and dumb,
hypocrite.
You're just dumb.
No, I'm explaining to you that you're a hypocrite and you don't fucking care. You're not connecting to the shit I'm saying to you. Not because you're too young to do it, because you're too dumb.
Quiet down.
Why should I let them be if they're doing evil? I can hear them.
Okay, what are they doing that's evil?
They are collecting money for an evil cult. That is an evil act.
An evil cult.
Yes, they are collecting money for a cult that is evil, and that is an evil thing to do.
Look what they're using the money for?
Yes, and then they
What are they
expelled me.
using
They're using it for some good things and some evil things.
So helping fucking college students get shit to
That's the good thing. Those are the good things. They're doing some good things and some evil
Helping the
things.
Mormon church is illegal? It's evil, sorry?
Yes, yes, the answer to that one is yes, it is evil. The Mormon church is evil.
Shut up and go get a life.
This is my life, thank you.
Well, nobody likes your life.
I don't care though, do I? Why the fuck would I care if you like my life, kid? I'd like to talk to you about the evil you're doing today. I'd like to have a civil conversation about it.
You don't want civil conversation. You
Is
want
this
to
a civil
start
conversation? Yeah, and put it on YouTube because that's the whole fucking currency, isn't it? You got a problem with
drama.
that?
YouTube?
Yes!
Have you ever been beat the fuck out of?
Are you threatening me, kid? You think
No, I
you
wanna
can
watch
fucking take
your
me?
YouTube
How much you weigh, kiddo? How much you weigh?
No, you said
You
I
wanna
use my
fucking try
fist.
it? Yeah?
I'm not gonna touch you. I'm underage. You touch me, you're going to jail.
Not after you touch me, kid. So keep your hands to yourself.
If you even like poke me, I can fight you. And then
If you put your hands on my side, I can fight you. Do you understand the law?
so you're gonna fight an underage kid?
No, we're talking about what's
No, you're
legal
not
and
allowed
what's
to hit
not.
a minor, no matter what.
That's not true, dude.
That is true.
No,
Now,
you're
leave them
super
alone and
wrong.
Go find a life.
I am not going to leave them alone. Thank you, though, for your advice, even though you're a
Bro,
stupid
you're like
kid.
that fucking little brother who just won't leave other people alone.
And who are you like?
The older brother.
Yeah, no, you're acting a lot like the older brother here. You definitely are super grown up right here.
And you are?
Yes, this is a
Then what grown-up thing that you're here? Except time for what they can and cannot do.
But if you give your life to
Are you
evil,
God? No.
why ask questions you're not going to answer? This is the Mormon church and they're evil. Can I talk to you about that?
Nope.
Or because you're afraid?
Just leave.
And here you are talking to me.
Because everybody here
Are you
wants you
nobody?
gone.
Are you nobody?
Everybody here
Are you nobody?
wants you
You
gone.
want to talk to me? I'd like to talk to you. Come here, let's talk. Oh, you'll talk about me, but not to me? That's some very childish shit. Hey, come here. Missionary.
You're the only fucking child here. Bro, I've seen 10-year-olds act much more mature than your ass.
Yeah, act.
Act, look, everything.
So can you tell the difference between a 10-year-old acting adult and an adult acting childish? Can you tell the difference between those things? I'd like to talk to you. Come here. About 5 minutes, I'd like you to bear your testimony to me. And then I'd like to bear my testimony to you. And we'll see who can feel the Holy Ghost. You want to talk about the Holy Ghost?
Go away.
You.
You.
Them. Tell them.
They were here way before your bitch ass was.
Huh?
Yeah, that thing's been here for like 2 weeks and you weren't here. You're here now. So
Yep.
just leave them. Just leave them alone. Just go.
No, thank you,
Just
though.
go grow up and go have fun. Let them enjoy theirs.
Man, the Mormon church is so rock and roll right now. You guys are really changing that image. Are you racist too? Not only are you homophobic, are you racist as well?
No.
How do you know? What religion are you?
Christian.
Cool. Racist Christian?
Wait, I said one thing about race. You're the one bringing
Christianity is racist, do you agree? Oh, you don't think God saying these are my holy people is a racist thing for you've got to do? Are you a Christian? You a Mormon? Are you ready to go on your mission? What's your shirt say? American Eagle? You American Eagle?
Just go, please. You're just making everybody here miserable.
The Mormons are making me miserable.
Then go home.
I want them to go home. I'll go home when they go home and stop making all these people miserable.
Autistic moron.
That doesn't mean that I can't do what I'm doing. Come here. Come here, let's talk. Come here. Let's have a conversation about this.
This woman punches him first, $20. Not cash.
That's illegal. What you're doing is illegal.
They're making it wrong. Am I the one hitting you?
No, you know, putting a bounty on someone is incitement to violence. You understand that?
Actually, a bounty is not illegal.
You just did incitement to violence. Do you understand that?
Okay, call the cops.
Why? Because you just did incitement to violence? I'd like to talk to you, sir. Come here, I'd like to talk to you. About 5 minutes. But you'll listen to that. You're talking to me. Your arguments are bad. I have refuted that one 4 times. Please listen. Come here, I'd like to talk to you. Come here, I'd like to talk to you about what they're doing. Do you remember Prop 8? Do you remember Proposition 8? Are you aware of Prop 8? Are you too young for that? Mormons, come here, I'd like to talk to you. Are these the new Mormon hymns? I haven't been in a while. I'm a Mormon. I'm a member of this church.
Okay.
So, I'm with these people.
No, you're not. You're here to protest.
Yeah, from inside. I'm a member of the church. I'm part of this. I am a Mormon, are you?
No, I'm Christian.
Then I am more part of this than you.
No,
I am a Mormon. I am a Mormon. No, you're a Mormon until they kick you out.
You're telling them that you're a shitty person, that they're shitty.
No, I'm saying they're doing evil. I didn't say they're shitty people.
So you're a Mormon.
Yep.
And they're Mormon.
Yep. Come here.
What they're doing is what you're not.
Yes.
If you're Mormon and they're Mormon, then you're fucking evil too.
No, because I'm not doing the evil Mormon things. I'm doing this other stuff. Sir! I'd like to talk to you, sir! Sir! I'd like to talk to you. Come here, come here. I'd like to talk to you about the Mormons. Let's talk. Missionary, sister. Come here, let's talk. Sister, where are you from? I'm from St. George. I'm from St. George, Utah. You look like you're from Arizona, sir. Are you from Arizona?
No way.
Mormon, are you from Arizona?
Oh, it's
a badass bike from a badass
Nobody
kid.
asked you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's
Yeah, fucking rad bike. Yeah, super rad. Yeah, what do you think about the Mormons? The Mormons, what do you think about the Mormons?
The Mormons?
You've never heard of the Mormons? They've never knocked on your door?
Yeah.
So you're pretending like you don't know what the Mormons is. What, why? Okay, bye, see ya. Fuck off, bye. Hey Mormons, I'd like to talk to you. Hello there, I'd like to talk to you about Mormonism and how it's evil, and how these people are perpetuating evil on our streets. Do you have about 5 minutes?
You're just here to protest people enjoying their day.
No, they're not enjoying their day, they're advertising an evil cult. Yeah, well, come on and do it! Tiny little man! You're like, what, this tall?
He would
Come
knock
here,
your
let's do
ass
it.
out.
Come on, let's do it. Yeah, well, do it then. Why don't you try some shit, kid?
Bro, just go
Oh,
away.
yeah, I'm so scared of, like, tiny little you. Fucking keep walking. That's right. Oh, no, he's gonna hurt me. Oh, no. Violence is gonna be perpetuated on me. I'm so scared. Fucking, you people in your fucking bullshit culture, you think that shit motivates people.
Beat the living shit out of you.
Yeah, and do you see how I'm not afraid? Because truth fucking wins, you fucking clown. And yet you still think that violence is the currency that we're talking about. It's not. The currency we're talking about is truth. And what is truth? And what is provable? I don't use violence like your fucking childish mind does.
My childish fucking mind.
Yeah, that puts stock in violence.
It like a man, which you know nothing about.
Or is it settling it like a child? Let's talk. Let's talk. Come here. Let's talk. Let's have a civil conversation. I have no idea why you keep going back to this thing. Why do you keep going back to like zero?
Hey, nobody over there wants to talk to us. I want to leave.
American Eagle, what's your name? Why are you here? Did your girlfriend bring you here? Your Mormon girlfriend? Are you a Mormon? American Eagle, I'd like to talk to you about your involvement with these people. Because it looks like you're involved with these people, and I'd like to talk to you about your involvement with these people. Does that answer your question?
I am or not? Why is it business?
Because this is an evil cult and they're doing evil, and I'd like to...
Why is it business?
Because they are...
Why is it business?
That's very... I'm answering that question. Do you agree?
No, you're not. You're just being...
Cool. It's my business because when evil cults are perpetuated.
What is that? It's not your business. It doesn't matter what I do.
Cool. What is it that you're doing right now? Are you engaging with the things I'm saying? Or are you putting up defense mechanisms so you can ignore me like a child?
I just think this is funny.
What?
I just think this is funny. So
Like funny ha-ha or funny strange? Cool. Yeah, thank you. Do you know what satire is?
Bro, just go away.
Go fuck off. Why are you even here?
Hey, what one person here has came over and actually had a conversation?
That's false. You're it's false. Let's talk. Sister missionary, let's talk. Where are you from?
Look at it. He doesn't want to talk.
They're Mormons and they're like trying to hide their Mormonism. Can we talk about how Mormons are an evil cult for about 5 minutes?
They're just walking away. Nobody wants to talk to you.
Right, and I'm letting them walk away. I'm advertising truth just like the Mormons. I approached them just like the Mormon salesman did, and I did the sales pitch just like the Mormons did. I don't know why you have a problem when I do it, not when the Mormon salesmen do it. Hello, sir. Can we talk a little bit about religion and how the Mormon cult is an evil cult? Hello there, sir. Can we talk for about 5 minutes? Hey there, kiddo. Are you ready to talk now? You grown up enough to use your big boy words and talk about it? Oh, you're just going to ignore it? I hope that works for you. Keep ignoring your problems, kid. So anyway, you were saying, why is it my business? Well, there are some cults in this world that perpetuate evil, like the cult of Muhammad. Do you agree that the cult of Muhammad is an evil cult?
Oh, look, everybody's walking.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Do you agree that the cult of Muhammad is an evil cult? Did you understand the question?
They have their religion, and I don't have the same religion.
I know, and I have my religion. Hello there, sir. Can we talk a little bit about Mormonism and how it's an evil cult?
Why are you bothering everybody?
Because they're in an evil cult. Is that not a good answer?
So you're cool.
Because I'm a Mormon. Are you a Mormon?
Okay, if they're Mormon and you're Mormon, that makes you just as evil as them.
No, because I'm not doing the evil Mormon stuff. Hey, let's talk about the temple a little bit. Can we talk about the temple? What was the first temple built? Do you again know the name of the first polygamous wife? Do you know the name of the first polygamous wife? Joseph Smith was the first person to be a polygamist in the Mormon church. What was his second wife's name? Do you know? Do you know the name of Joseph Smith's second wife? A brave person, right? So brave of her, right? The prophet came up to her and said, "We will be instituting polygamy and you shall be my first polygamous wife." I wonder what her name was. It's weird that we don't talk about her a lot, right? Such a brave woman. We should celebrate her.
Look at everybody.
What was her name again?
Is anybody looking at you?
No, but they're all ignoring me with that left ear. That's right.
They don't want to look at you.
What was her name? That second wife of Joseph Smith.
People enjoy their day.
How many wives did Joseph Smith have,
Hey,
actually?
go home.
How many wives did Joseph Smith have? Do you know?
You act like I know or care about that shit.
You don't care about that? You don't care about how many wives Joseph Smith had?
No.
Why not?
How many wives have you had? One?
One.
Yeah, if that.
Okay. How many wives did Joseph Smith have? How many? Do you know?
Nobody cares.
I know. It's weird the Mormons don't care how many wives Joseph Smith had.
No, they probably care about
How many? Ask them how many wives Joseph Smith has. How many wives did Joseph Smith have? And what was the name of his second wife? And how old was she?
Well, if you look over here,
Yeah.
nobody gives two shits what you're saying.
And you don't think that's how I feel about you?
Go ahead, touch my bike.
Oh, dude.
And that's you touching
Dude,
my
kid, dude, you're fucking game, kid. Get the fuck. Like, can you move on? Well, pretty good. Dude, these guys are Mormons. It's an evil cult. Have you heard of the Mormons?
Mormons?
Yeah, you've heard of them?
Dude, do you think they're a cult?
Yeah, they're a cult.
Well,
Well, one of the ways that we can measure a cult is they meet the bite model. Have you heard of that? And so, yeah, it's a way of measuring high control groups. Dude, I'm talking to these people who are interested in talking to me. Jeez, kid. These people were interested in talking to me. Yeah.
I grew up with a lot of Mormons. Actually, I think I know one.
I never liked them.
I like them. They're nice people. They just do evil shit. It's an evil cult.
Very cool. Like I had a lot of Mormon friends.
Me too. I was Mormon.
This is them, right? Right here?
Yeah, these people are Mormons. I'm talking to these people about you Mormons. You can be involved in this conversation or not.
I think I know one of those guys.
For real? Which one? The tall guy?
What's his name?
No.
Cool.
It's like Harold.
So what? Why are you so against them?
Because they're a high control group and they teach you things as if they have heard it from God, and some of those things is don't be gay, and that's causing all the gay Mormons to commit suicide, and that's an evil fucking thing to do.
Are you an ex-Mormon?
I'm an ex-Mormon, though I haven't quit, so I'm actually still a Mormon. I'm from Los Angeles. The accent is fake. I do this for YouTube.
I love it, man, because it's on point.
Thank you very much.
What's your YouTube channel?
It's called The Dork Shop. I usually have things to hand out. Sorry about that. Yeah, please do. The Dork Shop.
I heard it's like, when you so you haven't left the Mormon church.
They haven't kicked me out.
They haven't kicked you out.
Yeah,
right?
The Dork Shop.
Are you waiting for them to kick you out?
Yeah. I want my day in the fucking sun if they're gonna do it. The Dork Shop.
Shop, gotcha.
Yep.
That's
me. That's me right there.
1,000. Nice, man.
Thank you.
So how long have you been doing this, man?
I've been doing it for about 5 years, maybe 6 now. I just came across these people. They're very much like the bell ringers that work for the Salvation Army. The Mormon Church is trying to get in on that business as well because it's a lot of money.
They get in her head. Your job, like
what were you talking to those cops about?
We were talking about the First Amendment and what I'm allowed to do, and sort of my understanding of it, and sort of why a protest is okay, and how it's not breaking breaking the peace.
So like, all right, so
let's talk. I'd love to talk to you in a quiet manner. Yeah. So why not? Because I'll convince him.
You said Mormons do some evil shit, man.
They do some evil shit.
I don't know about too much about Mormons. I don't know.
So they're homophobic. That is evil. They very much push a sort of masculine hierarchy from the top down. It's very rigid. That is very dehumanizing to our assistants.
Would you say these women that are basically fighting for women, stuff?
Yeah.
Are they like brainwashed?
So all cults technically brainwash you. You're being brainwashed by Coca-Cola. Do you agree?
I don't like Coca-Cola.
Right, but they're working to advertise to you that they're great, and so that is technically brainwashing. We use all those tools, and so the answer is yes. They are brainwashed. The same thing that we think America's the greatest country or whatever. It's all brainwashing, and there's all these cult tactics they use, and so they are a pseudo-family group. They fit the bite model where they control your behavior, your emotion, your information, and your maybe technology. I can't remember the T for the bite, but like they fit that thing very well, especially during the mission, which is what these 4 people are doing right now. They're giving of their time to be Mormon missionaries, those people that knock on doors. And I did that in New Zealand.
With you?
No, he's opposing me as I oppose them. He's telling me that nobody wants to talk to me.
You're telling me that my religion is also an evil.
Yeah, remember when you called me a fucking faggot?
Yeah, because
that was an evil thing to do. That's right, and that's an evil thing to do.
No, I'm a Christian. You say that my religion's evil too.
Yeah, because it allows you to call me a fucking faggot, and that's fucking hate speech.
You call me a fucking faggot too, so.
Right, but I'm.
But you can say it, but I can't.
Yeah, because it's my word. Are you straight?
Yeah.
And it's not your fucking word, dude.
Are you gay?
I'm not straight. I've sucked more cocks than you, if that's an answer to your question.
That explains a lot here.
Yes, and you being a Christian explains why you're homophobic.
Actually, I'm not homophobic.
Is that right? Do you think that being gay will send you to hell? Do you think that being gay will send a person to hell? Are you afraid of going to hell?
No.
You're not afraid of going to hell? Congratulations, even though your God tells you to be afraid, but you just said that so that I wouldn't show that you're afraid of being gay, because it'll send you to hell. Alright. You want to go another round? Because I just fucking...
You act like I'm scared to go another round.
No, I just fucking pinned you with logic and reason, and you look like a chump bitch. And if you want to... And if you look like a chump bitch. I made you look like a child in the street. And if you want to do it again, I'm ready to do it. That's right. But earlier, you were calling yourself the big brother, right? Earlier, you were saying, I'm the little brother and you're the big brother. And then I just fucking pinned your fucking childish ass. Mormon! I'd like to talk to you, Mormon. Hello there, I'd like to talk to you about religion.
Look, hurry up real quick.
This is the Mormon cult, and they're an evil cult, and I oppose them.
The who?
The Mormons? Do you know the Mormons?
What about them?
These are the Mormons.
So
it's an evil cult, and they're perpetuating evil on the streets today.
Oh man, hey.
Do you think that the Mormons are an evil cult?
I don't know, but
if I could convince you that they were an evil cult, would that prove that what they're doing here today is evil?
No.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So if they were involved in evil cult, that wouldn't mean that what they're doing here today is evil.
Well, how are they involved in an evil cult?
Well, because Mormonism is an evil cult that perpetuates very negative things in this world.
Really?
Yep.
Like what?
Like homophobia and misogyny and racism. Homophobia, misogyny, and racism. Are you against these things? Well, a guy, and they have him doing hate speech, and he doesn't even know. Yeah, you did hate speech. No, I'm doing love speech. I'm telling you to love truth. I'm telling you to love truth.
You're not speaking any truth. You're saying
I am. The truth that I'm speaking is the Mormons are an evil cult. That's true.
It's true.
No, it's true. Objectively true.
No, it's just true.
So yeah, misogyny, homophobia, like racism, they only let black people have the sort of priesthood, the ability to go to the temple in 1978, which is fucking 14 years past American 64 stuff, so like they're way behind the curve on everything. Their gay community is very suicidal, it's very sad, and they just don't care, and they're just going to go forward with their Joseph Smith nonsense, and it's tragic, and I'd like to oppose it. I was Mormon from the time I was born. I'm 6th generation Mormon, and I sort of came out of it slowly between the years of 25 and 30.
So what was your breaking point? You're like, fuck this.
Sort of the real sort of thing happened when I was picturing myself bringing my children to the Mormon church, because it came about time for me to accept my responsibility as a father. Good luck. Well done. That I have to teach my children what morality is. It is sort of my duty as a father to help them down this path, and that one of the tools that I could traditionally use was the Mormon church. So I started picturing myself doing it, and they have 3 children at 3 different ages, which means my wife and I would have to leave one of the children unattended. I felt uneasy inside about that, and then I just explored that feeling until it was like, oh, because it's not true and it's an abusive cult, and I was like, oh shit. So it was my reality. I prayed every night. I really believed this stuff, and then I didn't.
So are you like anti-religion? Like what's your
I think
your beliefs?
so I believe there is an objective reality. I believe that morality is sort of like a conversation that we're having. Pardon me. I mean, he's got nothing to do today because he's just a hoodlum on the streets, I guess. Why are you there? We were wondering.
Why am I out here?
Yeah, you're just on the streets because you're a street kid. Ooh, that's not what you've been doing for the last half hour.
Because I enjoy talking shit.
So that's cool. And you're mad at me because I enjoy talking shit? Go fuck yourself.
You're just out here trying to ruin people's day.
No, I'm trying.
With my friends.
I'm trying to talk shit and preach truth and help cult members.
You're preaching your truth.
Well, my truth is true, and their truth that Joseph
like
Smith. Hello there, would you like to talk about religion for about 5 minutes and how these Mormons are perpetuating evil in the streets?
Bro, nobody. These people are talking to you. So yeah, they're talking to you. You're just out here screaming at these people to come talk to you while they're trying to have like a ceremony.
And that's why these people want to talk to me. So my shit was pretty effective, wasn't it?
Not really.
Not really? I've just had this wonderful conversation with these 2 people about the cults that are on full display in our society. No, they're doing like this sort of like thing where these are missionaries. The guys with the red one, they're very branded, the Mormons, and then everybody else is sort of like volunteering. The people on the stage are not Mormons, the musicians, and this kind of music is actually very raucous for the Mormons. They're like trying to rebrand. What? Well, what I'm saying is a lot of the sort of rituals have that sort of thing. You go in on Sunday, first there's the opening hymn, then the sacrament, then the closing hymn, and that sort of thing is the ritual is hypnotizing. A weekly ritual is sort of a thing. And so I think that everyone does have a religion. I think that's okay. I think coming to terms with your religion is sort of one of the problems. That's why.
You're not saying that it's okay to have another religion.
I am. I'm saying please join my cult. I'm saying it's okay if you can tell what makes a cult good and evil. 1,000 people if you would go look at the YouTube. And what I'm saying is it's not necessarily the cult that's evil, it's the cult tactics. And so you have to critically think about your cult. Mormon, I'd like to talk to you. Ex-Mormon, I'd like to talk to you.
Okay, if YouTube's describing a cult, then Mr. Beast is the best cult on YouTube.
Which one?
Mr. Beast.
A lot of people like Mr. Beast right now. I wonder what happened to what's his name? Who was #1 for a while? Like the Swedish guy. What happened to PewDiePie? It's all Mr. Beast now. Yeah, but everyone's talking about Mr. Beast. No one's talking about, like, all my kids are talking about Mr. Beast as well. I haven't heard PewDiePie in forever.
You got kids?
No.
You don't?
I do. I have kids older than you.
I feel bad.
Well, don't. Talk to them. They're free and they're not racist and homophobic like you. They don't call people faggot.
Did you really call him a faggot?
Yeah, and he's proud of it because he thinks it's a good thing people do. And it's not, it's hate speech. Hello there, would you like to talk about Mormonism and how it's a cult and how we can determine whether it's a cult? How can we tell whether a group is cult? It's called a...
Let's play this out. I'm one of them, I approach you, okay?
Yeah.
So I'm going to be on their side.
Yeah.
I want to see you talking points, okay?
Yeah.
Just a argument
Excellent.
exercise. Right?
Excellent. So he's the missionary.
Exercise, like if they were to approach you. Okay.
So I'm calling out to this guy.
We're trying to have a... Don't yell at me too. I'm not trying to get yelled at, okay? Hey man, I'm not trying to have no conversation. That you can go take this down there. We're just here to spread some good vibes.
Cool. While you do that, I'd like to talk to you about how what you're doing is evil. Because the cult that you belong to is an evil cult.
Religion's great. You know, I learned family values. I learned to, spend my money in a charitable way. I get to be a better person in this world.
What do you mean by better? How do you know all that what you do is better? What if it also makes you do evil
What
things?
is this fucking music called? This is shit.
I'm thinking about going to get a life at some point in yours because.
Bye. See ya. You out of here? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
I'm done putting up.
Good. See ya.
Not putting up.
Bye.
Oh, you just have some
See ya.
bullshit.
See you later. Bye.
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 I can tell
See
you.
ya. Bye. I'm not gay, dumb shit. Bye.
What a homophobe.
Doesn't make me gay, you dumb shit. So you were saying good values. You were past that. You were saying.
So what's up with So what's evil about them?
They worship an evil god. If you worship an evil god, does that make you evil?
Yeah.
So if I could prove to you that the god of the Mormons is evil.
Like people worship Satan or evil? Like that's
Well, think of it this way. They're basically worshiping someone that is doing evil tasks.
That's right. And if he says to you, be racist, you'll do that for him, for an evil god.
Dumb shit, right?
Right.
No, his parents clearly failed him because he's now pretty much probably imitating what they did or what they like. He's just marrying their fucking.
That's correct.
personality.
It's like, okay.
He's not.
So I'll tell you, I'm a Catholic, right? So I identify with all their values.
It's impossible because every single one of us is sort of making our own decisions. It's all filtered through our perspective. Your religion is your own, and you're piecing it together out of all the things that we have. And some people are like, no, there's this organized religion, and that's going to get you further away from usable religion, in my opinion. Sort of standardizing it and like all of this stuff. It's very aggressive, and it preys upon sort of the weakest members of the society, like the homosexuals and the women. And
how do you explain like spiritual like Taoist people?
They're
a little free, or I guess more
Taoists specifically.
Taoists?
Yeah, I think that. I think life is an experience, and there's a lot of magic in the experience, and fucking loving the shit out of this place is the way to go.
Yeah.
I think that one of the Christian values is there's a verse that says hate this world, and I think we gotta love this world. Like I think this is where we are.
I agree. That's where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
But it's like, I think some people take religion very literally. Like,
That's right.
you just quoted the Christian Bible, I'd say maybe. But like, not everyone believes that, right?
Right. Yeah. There's people who are flat earthers because of the Bible, and there are people who are like, obviously that's not true. And it's like, yeah. There's this huge spectrum of belief within it. But Mormon is a very sort of good at standardizing a belief very aggressively.
That young Mormon, that guy, like, what do you think about it?
I think he's a good person and an evil person. A person who does good and evil is good and evil.
Wait, who are you talking about?
This our friend right there.
Because he just picked up some trash, I'd say like
That's a pretty.
Yeah, good and evil.
I mean, I'd argue we all are good at it.
Yeah, me too. I would argue that.
It just bamboozles me how like people like give their lives away to such like a belief.
That's all they know.
I did.
They have a crazy recruiting process too. Like I grew up with Mormons, and every time they had a chance, I'd be in their church.
It's crazy. Man. I can't do that. I go crazy.
And it was fun, bro. I had a lot of fun, but I was
it's kind of crazy.
You gotta zoom out and like. You can't spend 5 hours a day at church.
You can't. It is taking what is yours. Your life is yours. It is asking to be given the thing that is yours, and like it's designed to just eat it all up and take it all. It's a high control group, and it does great damage as well as the good that they may also do.
Right.
So yeah. I appreciate your time quite a bit.
Of course, no, man. I'm gonna subscribe to you.
Thank you so
really,
much. I appreciate
like,
it. Yeah.
Like we were going to Smashburger earlier. We were like,
I was like, look at this crazy.
I know. We saw you talking to the cops. We're like, this guy's fucking cool for doing that.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah.
What were they saying to you, those cops?
They were saying that they were trying to explain to me all the reasons why what I was doing was not legal, and I explained to them that I know my rights and I was well within the bounds of peaceful protest. Yeah.
How did they react to that?
They wanted it to not be true, and they checked as hard as they could, and then had to leave eventually.
He's not black. We can't shoot him. So what's LA like?
I haven't been there in a while. Sort of 2003 I left, and it's getting tighter and tighter, but the fucking weather is nuts all year round. I mean, there's good and bad, Denver's amazing. It's sort of like this, but like bigger.
Yeah.
So yeah, Denver is like what's cool about LA is cool about.
You never been to LA?
I don't think
Oh, dude, LA's amazing.
It's a cool place.
People are crazy out there.
It's pretty much kind of like downtown Denver, just a little bigger, probably, right?
Yeah, it's like 8 of them put together. It just really is nuts. Yeah.
Jeez, man. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, you as well. Thanks for your questions. I'll be headed out as well.
I hope stay safe, man. That's all
we'll do.
Crazy ass motherfuckers out here.
Yeah.
Awesome.
See you soon. I'd like to talk to you about Mormonism and missions. I'd like to talk about the gift that you're giving. And if you give that gift to something evil, then you're choosing to do an evil. Do you understand the logic behind that? Do you understand the logic that I'm giving in this argument? Sir, I'd like to talk to you, please. Please. Approach me and talk to me in a civil manner. Let us reason together. Let us reason together. I am a Mormon. I am a 6th generation Mormon. My great-great-great-grandfather came over in the Foot Handcart Company. Are you aware of the Foot Handcart Company? Charles Young Webb was a member of the Foot Handcart Company. He lost his wife. He was in the Mormon Battalion. You aware of the Mormon Battalion? He was coming home from Sutter's Mill and he came upon the Donner Party. Are you aware of what the Mormons did that? You're giving to the Mormon Church when you donate to this. This is the Mormon Church. Are you aware that these people are Mormons? I'd like to talk to you. Can we please talk over here? Hello there, I'd like to talk to you. Can we have a civil conversation about how what you're doing today is evil? Can we have a conversation? Let's talk. Can I have a conversation with you? Are you talking about me? Are you having a conversation about me? No, you're not asking him why I'm protesting? That's not what you're doing? You're not having a conversation about me? I'd like to be involved in any conversations about me. Is that okay? Is that alright if I ask you to involve me in any conversation that you have about me? Is that fair? Hello there, these are the Mormons. You're giving to the Mormon Church right now. Traditionally, they've used the money that people have donated to them to support Proposition 8. Are you aware of Proposition 8 in California? Are you aware that you're giving to the Mormon Church right now? Do you understand what Proposition 8 is in California? Are you aware of this story? Are you a Mormon? You are a Mormon? Do you give tithing? Do you give 10% of your income to tithing? You don't? You're a Mormon, but you don't tithe? So you're not a temple-worthy Mormon, eh? Hello there, can we have a conversation about religion and evil and what is moral and what is not? Hello there, my name is Mitchell. What is your name?
I'm go by mom or grandma.
But that's not your name, it's like a title, right? Can we have a conversation about morality and what is good and what is evil? Can we have a conversation about morality and what is good and what is evil? It was a waste of your time, sorry. Those people are Mormons. Isn't that weird?